Welcome to episode 6, Leading Through the Storm, How to Stay Grounded When Life Gets Hard. I'm Dr. Anna Thomas. I'm a physician, caregiver advocate, and founder of Life Care Leadership. This podcast is for professionals who are doing the impossible. They're balancing work, life, and care. Whether you're a caregiver yourself or a leader supporting a team that includes caregivers, this space is for you. Each week, we unpack real strategies, leadership insights, and mindset shifts to help you thrive, not just survive, in the age of caregiving. Let's get into it. In leadership, we're often trained to perform under pressure, under deadlines, under expectations. But what happens when the pressure isn't just coming from the boardroom, but from life? What happens when a loved one gets sick? When you're caregiving behind the scenes? When your personal life feels like it's falling apart, but the demands of leadership don't stop? If you've ever led a team, a business, or even a family while also managing a personal crisis, you know how overwhelming it can be. Today's question is this: how do I lead when my life feels like a storm? So let's talk about it, because leadership during crisis isn't about pushing through, it's about learning how to navigate differently. Several years ago, I faced a moment just like that. My daughter was 3. I was leading a medical team. It was the middle of the pandemic, and all of a sudden, my mom gets sick. Professionally, I was expected to be calm, decisive, composed, but personally, I was unraveling. And that's when I realized that leadership doesn't mean pretending that the storm isn't happening. It means learning how to lead through it with presence, with courage, and sustainability. And from that realization, I created what I call now the 3P framework that I teach inside my Lead Through the Storm workshop. Let me walk you through it. P number 1 is pause. Doesn't mean you stop everything. It means you create a moment to breathe, step back, and assess. In a storm, our instinct is to react, to fix, to respond immediately. But strong leaders know that rushing leads to more chaos. Pause means asking, what's actually happening right now? What's mine to carry and what's not? Am I reacting or responding with intention? In practical terms, it could mean delaying a decision for 24 hours, calling a mentor before replying to a certain email, or simply walking outside and taking couple of breaths before you go into that meeting. In crisis, your ability to pause becomes your superpower. The second P, prioritize. When everything feels urgent, nothing truly gets done. See, prioritizing doesn't mean ignoring the storm. It means deciding where to anchor. Ask yourself, what are my non-negotiables right now? What can I defer, delegate, or delete? Where can I direct my best energy? Not all my energy, but my best energy. This might look like postponing a project that doesn't serve your bandwidth right now, letting your team know which 2, 3 tasks matter the most this week, or finally, giving yourself permission to protect your mornings so you can care for your loved one without guilt. See, leadership in stormy seasons of life isn't about managing everything. It's about leading what matters most and letting go of the rest. The third P, persevere with support. Perseverance doesn't mean running on fumes. It means building systems that sustain you when your strength wavers. This could be setting up regular check-ins with a trusted colleague or a coach, simplifying your decision making using frameworks, having a reset routine for days when everything unravels. It also means normalizing vulnerability. One of the most important things a leader can say is, I'm navigating something personally. Here's how I'll show up, and here's what I need from you. Thinking of leadership in this way, understand that it doesn't weaken teams, it builds trust. And that trust is what carries organizations forward during uncertain times. Now, I've taught this framework to executives, healthcare teams, nonprofit leaders, and professionals in the midst of caregiving, loss, transition, and crisis. And it works because it's honest. It doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be present, to show up grounded, not superhuman. So if you're in a storm right now, or if you want to lead others through one, here's where to start. Book a workshop or a keynote. Lead through the storm. This session equips leadership teams with real tools to navigate uncertainty in work or life or caregiving, and crises with clarity. Take the organizational caregiver culture assessment because when leaders are in crisis, so are their teams. And this tool helps you assess what your people need. If you're leading at home as well at work, you might also want my book, Balancing Care While Working. It's full of strategies to manage both with strength. You find all the links in the description or at lifecareleadership.com. Leadership isn't tested in calm waters, it's forged in the storm. So if you're in it right now, pause, prioritize, and then persevere with the right support. Thanks for leading from where you are. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this with a leader who's weathering their own storm. And join me next week. Remember, you've got this, and I've got you.